Hi all. Today I'm going to take a presentation on data privacy, ethics, and governance in a PC Research Center, PC Pharma Research Center. Okay, so let's start with the missions of PC Pharma Research Center. So here, the major missions is they are uh, finding out or they are collecting the various type of infectious lung disease details from all over the world. And once the PC Research Center has been collected all these details, they are giving it to the research team to find out the specific treatment methods or the medicines for the related disease. So after that, they are associated with various doctors or health centers to describe about their treatment methods and to describe about their medicines, appropriate medicine to certain diseases. And also, PC Research Center provides adequate training of future researchers, just like basic research people who is joining over here, they are provide the training. And also, they are co-act with various NGOs for financial assistance for financially challenged patients. And also, they are implementing the latest technologies, just like IT and artificial intelligence in healthcare domain. So here in this domain, we know that major data has been stored in this domain. So what are the type of data which we are storing in this domain? So here we have various data has been entered by the patients to the web forms, and it has been collecting to the ERP systems. And since it is PC Research Center is a very huge organization, we have the employee details has been saved over here. Apart from that, we have the data from the clinical support system, just like the details of blood pressure or the sugar level kind of the patients, which we are storing to a specific database. And also, we have, or the PC Research Center have various medical center contact details where they are communicate with them for a medicine distribution kind of thing. And also emergency unit details they will have. And they have also the health apps, mobile health apps, which is used by various patients all over the globe. And also, they are having the details of medical journals and news articles about their research center. So these are the major data which we are storing in this domain. So here I have created a data inventory map where various type of data has been collected, just like name, date of birth, etc., etc. And collecting we are collecting it from the individual, and the consent form has been given to the users that to which party we are providing this data for further investigation kind of thing, and the individual also have to approve for further proceedings of the data transfer. So this is the data inventory map related to PC Research Center. And here I'm again explaining what is the importance of data security in a healthcare domain. What is the main importance? So there are four major importance. First thing is it building the trust of the patients and all over the world people on this particular domain. And second thing, they are protecting sensitive personal identifiable information of all the patients who is coming to the research center. And also they should know what is the consequences of data breaches happen. I mean, if the PIA has been the data breach happened, what are the consequences they're going to face? And also the security regulations and compliance after the data breach. Yeah. So these are the major four importance of data security in healthcare domain. Okay, so let's discuss about the major issues of uh, IT security in a domain. So what are the major issues? So first main issue is patient's privacy and confidentiality. If the data is not secured properly, it's not stored properly, the privacy and the confidentiality get questioned. So that will be one of the biggest issue or a threat, I can say. Then the transmission of diseases. So in certain scenarios, the uh, patient has to share the transmission, the disease details exactly to the doctors. Then only they can go ahead with the certain suitable treatment methods. So to avoid this transmission of diseases. Then the usage of medicine. So we know that various type of medicine has been used in the healthcare domain. So the medicine should be used in a proper way, that it should not be get misused in the domain. Then what is a misconduct? So every company, like any other company, they all will have a code of conduct in each company. So each of the employee in PC Research Center should have a code of conduct in an office. So the misconduct, what will happen to that, and what are the consequences of the misconduct? Then the fourth one is end of life issues. So certain chronic disease people will have end of life issues. So the doctors and the authorities of the hospital will think about that, how their life ending part should be proceeded, and the patients with the patient's approval. So these are the major issues which we are facing on a hospitality domain. So here we are discussing the three ethical rules, which is I'm here using Mercola Center's ethical toolkit, where we are taken three ethical tools to identify or to rectify the problems. So first I'm discussing about risk sweeping tool. So what it happens in the risk sweeping tool. So here what majorly happened is mainly the PII has been collected and saved properly. And then we will think that how this collected information has been stored in a secure medium, and also train the team that how to use the secure data. And also CCTV installation is very important also to access the authorized people. So any unauthorized access happens, we can easily find out using a CCTV. The second one is ethical pre-mortems and post-mortems. So how it's been used in a hospital domain. So here we are developing a particular app as per the requirement, and we have to find out that the standard user interface, this app having a standard user interface, ensure that this app has been used by only authorized people, implement it properly, and after the implementation, check that whether it's working as we have expected, monitor the performance of that particular app, and evaluate the results and optimize challenges. I find out what are the challenges, apply the safe methods to get good results from that. So these are like before any issue happens, we can apply all these ethical pre-mortem issues. What is ethical post-mortems? These are the steps which we are implementing if any issue happens. So what happens if a system fails? Find out what is the failure, what is the failure of the system, and what are the other regions got affected after the system failure. So find out what are the major blind spots when we were doing a testing of that particular application. Then immediately take out the actions to avoid this failure. Again, you implemented the amended app and then monitor the performance. The other third ethical practice which I am suggesting is expanding ethical circle. This one I personally feel a very suitable one. So how it works is, it initially it have a full procedure, it's having a full structure. So first it will understand what is the drawbacks of a current system. It will get the feedback from all over the people, just like the patients and the doctors, everyone. So after the data collection, they do developing a particular app, implement this particular app, and request the people, the end users, to monitor the app to check the performance. And throughout the testing, once they have implemented it, compare the results with the older system. And once the new system has been established well, start using the new system. So I feel it's like this particular ethical practice is really a suggestible one on our current premises. So here, let's see some data governance recommendations, how we can do the data governance. So here I'm implementing the PDPA data obligations in our health hub. So what are the first thing we do? So first, when we will do a first point is the collection of personal data. So how we can handle the collection of personal data? So it has three sub steps, which is data notification, provide consent form, purpose limitation. Data notification is provide an acknowledgement to the user once they have sent the details to the hospital, and provide a consent form that to whom they have to share the details. Purpose the limitation, only share the confidential detail to a certain department, only the required department, instead of spreading to all the unnecessary domain. Second one is I'm implementing data governance framework, DGI framework. Here, the first point I'm thinking about the people and the organizational body. So here we have three people, data stakeholders, data governance officer, and stewards. Stakeholders is none other than we have so many stakeholders, just like a hospital, people, the doctors, everyone is a stakeholder. But major stakeholders, we believe that the policy makers who will create the policy for the institution, for the hospital. Data governance officer is nothing but who is having a clear vision of the business. They ensure the data quality and they enhance the security. Data stewards always ensure the appropriate, effective of use of data in a healthcare center. So these are the three major parts of this thing. And another one is rules of engagement. Here we will find out the major mission of the hospital and what are the goals, matrices of the hospital, and how the funding will provided to achieve these goals. And the accountability. The accountabilities should be clearly stated, and we should take a proper decision on time, which is having a decision right, and the control methods if any hazards happened. So this is one of the important thing also which we are applying. Apart from that, we have so many other steps also to ensure the data security. Installing a proper AV is one among them. So installing a suitable AV will provide us all these all these benefits like protecting from the virus transmission, block the ads and spam, all the other benefits of installing AV in an organization. Second is secure data backup and restoration of data. So we can encrypt the data. We can either use a third party encryption or we can use a cloud storage to encrypt. Strict access control is a must thing in every organization. So here we can implement mandatory access control, discretionary access control, role based access control. Email security is also very important where we can provide security to emails. First is we have to provide security awareness to the staff, implement the multi-factor authentication, always send emails encrypted when it is important, and the attachment should be password protected. Implementing strict firewalls also always will block the external attacks up to a certain level. So it will always ensure the privacy and the security, and it monitors the network traffic. Creating the policies and procedures, and always try to monitor and amend it as per the time goes. External auditing is also very important here because it finds out all the loopholes, all the blind spots of the organization. So I always suggest external auditing. Cybersecurity insurance is actually providing us to survive the events if any attack has happened. Even though the severe attack affected the reputation, insurance will also to bear the expenses to resume back to the operation. So in short, we can say that cybersecurity is always provides a work-life balance. Means everything is protected. It will provide a work-life balance so that less work. So always cybersecurity is a compulsory thing in every organization. That's all about my presentation. Thank you.
13 and 26